Have you ever heard of Toleni, a tranquil village nestled in the serene hilltops of Eastern Cape, South Africa? This quiet hamlet, surrounded by lush greenery and the harmonious chirping of birds, was once an epitome of peace. Life here was simple, unhurried, and content. But beneath this facade of tranquility, a horrifying veil of terror once cast a menacing shadow over this peaceful village. A shadow that would disrupt the harmony and shatter the peace, forever changing the lives of its residents. The tranquility shattered in 2007 when the body of a 78-year-old woman was found, raped and murdered. Toleni, once a haven of peace, was thrust into a realm of terror. The villagers woke up to a horrifying reality. Their peaceful existence had been disrupted by a sinister force lurking in their midst. In the heart of their community, a predator had emerged, casting a shadow of fear and uncertainty. This once isolated incident soon spiraled into a series of gruesome crimes, each more horrifying than the last. The village was gripped by an unshakable terror, its tranquility replaced by a chilling silence, punctuated by cries of mourning and outrage. As the body count rose, so did the fear. The village was no longer a sanctuary but a hunting ground for an unseen monster. This was merely the beginning of a gruesome ordeal that would last for years. As the terror escalated, more murders followed, with women and children as the primary targets. This once peaceful village was now paralyzed by fear. Families lived in constant dread, unsure if they would be the next victims of this faceless terror. The community, once known for its camaraderie and jovial spirit, was now a place where trust had evaporated, and doors were kept locked even during the day. Laughter and merriment were replaced by hushed whispers and fearful glances. The village's children, once carefree and full of life, were now held close, their innocence stolen by the ominous shadow of death. Society's most vulnerable were targeted, their lives snuffed out before they had a chance to truly live. And among the most heartbreaking casualties of this reign of terror were the toddlers as young as 2 years old, who weren't spared from these horrendous acts. Captain Anissa of the East London Police was called into action along with the investigative psychology unit led by Lieutenant Colonel DeLange. As the reign of terror escalated, their mission was clear: bring the perpetrator to justice. Their investigation was meticulous, leaving no stone unturned. This was a jigsaw puzzle of the most nefarious kind. Every piece of evidence, every lead, every hunch was scrutinized under the microscope of their collective expertise. It was a race against time, each passing second intensifying the dread that another life might be lost. The breakthrough came when they analyzed the patterns, the modus operandi, and the chilling familiarity the killer seemed to have with the village and its residents. This led them to one of their own, a local resident. The realization was chilling. The local resident, Mulalani Mabai, was identified as the killer hiding in plain sight. Despite the terror, the community of Toleni showed remarkable courage and unity. The story of Toleni is not just one of horror, but also one of resilience and strength, a strength that was not born out of choice, but necessity. As the wave of terror washed over them, the villagers stood firm, their resolve unbroken. They rallied together, supporting each other through the darkest of times. They became the pillars of strength for the grieving families, providing them solace and comfort. They demonstrated an admirable courage, refusing to be silenced, demanding justice for their loved ones. They were not just victims, they were survivors, they were warriors. Their unity, their shared grief, and their unwavering demand for justice became the driving force that led to the capture of the perpetrator. Their pursuit of justice was a beacon of hope amid the darkness. After 5 dreadful years, Mabai was finally apprehended and convicted for his crimes. His reign of terror had ended, and the trial that followed exposed the depth of his depravity. With irrefutable evidence and his own confession, Mabai received 25 life sentences for his crimes against 14 women and 9 children. The Village of Death, as it came to be known, could finally breathe a sigh of relief, a testament to the power of justice and the resilience of a community united in grief and determination.